Hi there, it's Anna. I'm the founder of Women's Health and Fitness Club. We are Fit Attitude, lovingly known as WAFA, and I'm delighted today to have Sandra with us. And Sandra joined WAFA when we were well and truly in lockdown, so in June of this year. And so Sandra, I'd love it if you would just go back to pre-lockdown days. You can go even further than that because you've got quite an interesting story to tell. So just talk about the Sandra that was pre-lockdown and you know, what were you doing? What was life like for you? Just go for it.
Right. Hi, everyone. Well, pre sort of lockdown, before then, about 18 months before then, I was just a city girl for 35 years in a corporate high profile industry, commuting every day, long days, but still very active, always belonged to a gym. And that was my outlet sort of like after work. And then come sort of like 2018, I made my mind up, life's got to change a bit. So then I made a decision to sort of like drop out society, which I did last year, purely because I'd met somebody, so I had a few more choices in my life. Now I took some time out, took 6 months off. It's meant to have been 3 months, but it ended up being 6 months because the summer was around. And my partner's a farrier by trade, and we have stables and we have quite a bit of land. So we've sort of converted that more into a 5-year plan business with horses, chickens, and a potty tunnel we've just started, and we've got a new barn, a new workshop, and next year we're looking to go for more of the agricultural way of it will be sheep or cattle. So that's what we're in the process of at the moment. But up until then, I was always fairly sort of active outdoors. But sort of this year with like COVID and that, things are sort of stuck and sort of got in a bit of a like rut, as I think like we all did, being at home indoors and working from home, because I work part-time for a financial advisor. And just sort of like lost my way with any sort of form of routine. And even though I used to go out for my walks, it was just, you know, think, oh, a bit of rain, no, I can't be bothered today. And it was just sort of one week was going into another, and not having any purpose anymore, you know. Eating habits get bad, putting the TV on. Obviously the gym was closed, but the gym I belonged to down here was nothing like I used to. There was no motivation. It was just like clocking in, clocking out, no mentors around, nobody to sort of encourage you, you know, what you're doing today, or have you got a program? And it was just long, just looking at the clock thinking, yeah, I'll give myself another 10 minutes, I'll get home and you know, get back into my PJs and go and, you know, log on later at work. And it was just, you know, sort of just changing me, not being the person that I always was, you know, and I needed something to sort of put me back into focus, you know, even though life has changed all for the better, but it was how I felt in myself, and my appearance was just not, you know, how I was, you know. My tummies were getting bigger, and there's get 1, 2, then there were 3, and menopause is hanging around, and you know, your hair getting grayer, and because we're not getting dressed anymore properly like we used to in the city, it was just, you know, you lose yourself, you know, you really, really do. And you just, every conversation you had is the same, so you wanted something with a bit of energy to like boost yourself and get up and go. And I think another day comes and you put it off, don't you? Think, yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. And even though I was very active at the stables and the yard, which I was really very fortunate to have, it's not the same thing for myself and my time, you know, doing things, you know, to get yourself motivated, to get that sort of, I don't know, it's with me, it's not just physical, it's mental more than anything, for my mind to like concentrate. you know, I need that structure, you know. You can get up and go for a walk and you can do something on telly, but you think, oh no, it's YouTube, I can do that a little bit later. Then the time comes, you don't do it. And that's what I kept doing. I just kept putting things off. My cousin's going, oh yeah, we do this and we do that. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I just never got round to it until on Facebook, WAFA came sort of popping up in these bright pink t-shirts, which is my favourite colour. So I just thought,
yes, it works.
It worked. I thought, my God, this is bound to be mad, because that was my sister's favourite, you know, colour, pink, all the time. It just reminds me of when I used to do lots of cancer care walks with her and bits and pieces, and all the moonwalk with her, you know, in pink. So that just sort of, that struck a lucky chord. It means there must be positive vibes out there. It kept yeah.
Come and join, come into the world of WAFA.
And I thought, oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare or something. But it was just, it popped up again and I could see your face and I could see these people on it. We need one more person to join. So I thought that's definitely a sign for something. There's got to be something there. So then that's when I progressed on. And again, it was like, oh, shall I or not? But then it's another week's gone past and I'm still not getting focused for myself. You know, I'm thinking, God, we might be back in the office soon. And God, what am I going to look like? What am I going to put on? You know, and it's just, everything goes to panic. So when I started making a call with you and speaking, and like you said, you can't keep putting these things off. You know, you keep thinking about it. It's, yeah, okay. So I think it's like anything. Once you've made one decision, then it seems to have a bit of a domino effect, you know. And I'm thinking, right, it's only 6 weeks out of my life. What's 6 weeks? You know, what's 6 weeks? And I can only try it, and haven't looked back since. I mean, I look upon it as it's even thinking today with Michelle's classes. You know, at 9:30, a little face comes on. She's full of smiles, and she's like, "Come on, ladies, good morning, good morning, good morning," and it just starts my day off brilliantly. You know, I've tweaked it a bit because I did like the 12 o'clock class first every other day. But I remember the first week, the first class, I was feeling sick. I was feeling nausea. Couldn't walk up the stairs, and I'm thinking, oh no, God, you know, did I ever do any exercise?
What is happening to my body?
What was I doing before? Did I do anything at the gym? Did I do anything? Was I just like treading on the mill, bit of the bike, 5 minutes? Oh, that's boring. Oh yeah, and coming out of the gym not feeling any different to what I did when I went in. You know.
I think that's the thing, is that I think that it is such a common problem with gyms. I don't want to disrespect gyms, but there is that thing of so many women that come into the WAFA world, have had bad experiences at the gym. They don't know what they're doing, and you know, I guess I pride myself on the fact that we've built a program that is very much about enabling you to work at the level, but get your muscles to respond and do what they're meant to do.
And my still ache. They do, like my thighs and my hips, and I feel like I
don't want to put people off.
But it just shows you, like, you know, each week it progresses, and we do sort of like, now we're doing the 45, you know, second, then we have the break, and you think, oh, what's 45? Well, that's nothing. But when you're doing an exercise, you're thinking, I wish that clock would go. But like, it's just brilliant. It's working for me. It's 100% working for me. My body shape has changed. My tone, it's all toned. So much more energy. Sleeping so much better. And if I was going to the gym still, I'd know that, okay, right, yeah, shall I go now or shall I go a little bit later? And like today it's raining, it's pretty miserable. I think, nah, I just won't get in the car and go. Whereas here, it's just like having a private, I suppose, like personal trainer. I feel like every time you're on the class, even though you've got all a lovely group of other girls and they're saying, hello, good morning, it's as though you've got one-to-one in your own private area. I mean, we live in a flat, so I can't jump and down too much, but you know, move the settee out, got my tins, and I get all ready in my environment, and it just, oh, it's breathtaking, Anna. Yeah, absolutely. yeah,
So
no,
I just want, so
yeah,
with the 6-week program, because
yeah.
obviously we had our conversation, you signed up and you joined Body Fix in 6. Was it for you, do you think the exercise was most important to you, or what was there, were there other elements of it that made it that much better for you?
I think it's like, you could say, the whole package. The exercise, definitely.
Yeah.
Having you as like a mentor, and you've got the other ladies in a mentor, and you're chatting, you know, like online, that you can put your little group chat on how you're feeling, I've missed the class. Having the support of like the nutrition app has made me really think about what I'm eating. I'm more programmed and tuned into what I'm eating now, and the quantities that I'm eating. You know, now I'm looking and I think, okay, let me just look at that packet, let me zoom it in just to see what it actually is. So it really makes me think how to balance it out in the day. And just being sort of part of, there's always something around, you know, like having the reminder that your class is in an hour's time, just to remind you that you haven't logged into your breakfast yet. It's all those little tweaks that really keep me keyed in and motivated all the time. It's not just the classes are you know, the utmost, but for me it's that I'm a part of something, you know, especially in such weird, uncertain times. We're still a bit fearful about doing, you know, certain things. So yeah, definitely. I mean, the 6 weeks has just flown by.
And you're
Then,
now in you're saying week 7. Is it week 7?
yeah, yes,
I lose
week
track
7.
of time as well at the moment. I never know
Yeah,
what the next. But
yeah,
I just
yeah,
remember when one of the check-ins that we did,
yeah,
I know that when you first joined, you felt like you'd lost your confidence a little.
totally,
And you
totally.
felt really, really aware of, I know you've already mentioned this, about that,
Yeah,
just that feeling of, I think partly you were kind of existing because you
yeah,
well, from listening
yeah,
to what you've just said, you went from being a city high
yeah,
flyer,
yeah,
kind of falling in love and changing your life completely to wellies.
yes, yeah,
Rebuilding your new life, which was really exciting, and then lockdown
yeah.
happened, and then suddenly, like you say, you're kind of like at home thinking,
Oh,
I don't think I signed up for this. And I think
yeah,
that, like you say,
yeah.
we call it the ripple effect, the domino effect. That
Yeah, 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 exactly. Absolutely. It's just, you've got an identity anymore. You know, you're just, you're not sort of part of anything anymore. And yes, I totally lost my confidence. Not being in that working environment, not bothering with myself. You know, the weight's sort of slowly sort of piling on, and you think, oh God, that doesn't feel quite right. And you just, I don't know, you get very quite negative thoughts, and
that leads to comfort eating.
yeah, comfort eating and all the wrong things. You think, oh, that hot chocolate would be right, that's fine, that'd be okay, but it's just not. Just really losing your way, and you know, you just want to get your mojo back and your energy and self-worth. So
Well, I think you're
yeah,
doing that now, aren't you? I mean,
absolutely,
it's not taken too long. It's 7 weeks. I mean, I've got members who've been with me for like over 2 years now, and their journeys are, you know, they're just
yeah,
another place altogether. But I love the fact that
okay.
when I think back to our initial
Yeah.
conversation, you know, and you were flat, you weren't happy.
Oh well, I was just like,
And then
oh
now, look, you're
yeah.
smiling and confident again.
Yeah,
So,
I do. Thanks to you, Anna, 100%. I think you're just full of energy.
too much.
But like on Instagram, I never knew about Instagram till my ex-housemate put me on Instagram and showed me what to do and things. And I think touching base there when you're back at the church hall, and giving that feedback all the time, reassuring people this is what's happening, and what you have to offer all the time, and listening to the other girls when they're, you know, at the end of the class, and you know, thank you and all that. It's just the vibes, the energy that you get back, I think has certainly brought that into my like living room at home, you know.
Amazing.
You know, my mum noticed it, she lives overseas, and she certainly noticed when she saw me at the weekend on the, you know, you do FaceTime. She said, you look back my own Sandy again, you know, you sort of lost your way a bit. So it's, you know, yeah, I mean, I've lost both siblings, so not having them around as well. My sister was such an advocate for like things we used to do together, you know, like the gym and the running and the walking and, you know, raising money and doing bits and bobs. So, yes, you definitely did it with the pink. The fuchsia pink was definitely a seller for me.
She was talking to you through WAFA.
Yeah, but it's those little things, isn't it, that you just think, yeah, that's a real, I think at the end of the day, we all want to be a bit of a girly girl, you know, like a girly thing and stuff like that. So
but strong at the same time.
Yeah.
Tough at the same time.
Oh, but it is hard to come across that, you know, like being nervous, like joining anything, isn't it? Whereas before, I've always been on my own. Before I was with my partner, then, you know, it's a case if I didn't do it, then you're going to be missing out each time. And damned if you do and damned if you don't, sort of thing. So I think, you know, if I hadn't joined, then I'd still be in this I think I'd have been in a worse rut, because we've been back to the office gradually, you know, and when I was back just before I joined WAFA, and I had my jeans on, and it was like I haven't worn jeans for months, and they were tight, they were horrible, you felt uncomfortable, you felt as everybody's looking at you, and you feel, you know, and I haven't got that feeling now, and that's what I need to sort of moving on. I just want to carry on, you know, and just carry on.
So where do you want to be in 6 months' time then? What does Sandra want to be doing in 6 months' time?
Just slowly sort of lose a bit of weight. You know, I'm not worried about how much I weigh, but it's, you know, how you feel and how I look in myself. So I think that's why I just want to really focus on that, and not getting too much of not being too hard on myself, you know, not what the scales weigh. It's a case of how I feel, you know, like in my clothes, and how I see myself in the mirror. I think that's more of it. And, you know, just keep challenging myself a little bit more, you know.
In terms of, do you mean the exercises and
yeah,
you know, that sort of thing? Because I think that's really important. I think, and you know that my view on weight loss, and that women are so fixated on their looks, and I totally get that you want to look good, and you want to be a healthy weight.
That's right.
But this sort of search for this perfection, I think, and constantly looking at, you know, I think it just leads to really unhealthy behavior in the long run. So what we're trying to do, and I think you're a perfect example, is that you're doing the exercise, you found that actually, you know, even though there were lots of options, you've chosen to track your food. And actually, I think you've also just given yourself a bit of a break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just, you know, just a bit more accepting of, because it will come off. It's not a quick fix. It doesn't happen overnight.
No, absolutely not.
And also enjoy it. You know what?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it comes on. I think, and the exercises, you know, you think they're just basic little squats and things and that, but they're just not. It's working. It's the build up, the cardio, coming down, up and down, you know, levels all the time. You know, and it works. I never used to get in a hot sweat at the gym, you know. I was just like, I can't be doing that, you know. But you know, I think you just have to put it as a way of life, and I think not being too hard on yourself all the time. And I think as a woman that we are, especially as I'm in my mid-50s now, and things do change. Your hair's changing, your skin's changing, and once you start looking for certain little nits and pieces, I don't know, you can set apart. Yeah, you're just like, oh my God, don't turn away from the mirror, you know, sort of thing. It's hard, isn't it? Women, it's being hard, isn't it? You know,
but I think there is I always see it. There is a solution, and it's always find it to yourself. Being proud of your achievements. I mean, you've achieved incredible things in your life. Be more mindful of those achievements. Be kinder to yourself. Have more patience, and then the weight, your body will naturally go to a healthier weight. I mean, you look great anyway, but I know it's not. It's all very well people telling you that, but it's all about how you feel.
Absolutely.
And that's really important. So,
Yeah.
so I'm really excited. So 6 months
Yeah.
time, just pushing yourself with the exercise,
Guys,
maybe
yeah.
being a bit trimmer or being a bit trimmer.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to get a pink t-shirt to you as well. You've got to be with us for a year, unfortunately. Bribery.
No, I do like the pink. I have my pink nails, I have pink lippy, I have all those things. But no, it's definitely thanks to you, Anna, and the girls, your girls in the team. Yeah, it's just those little tweaks for any age, like any age it is. And I think as women do get older, it is harder. It is harder because there's not a quick fix. I've never been a diety person. I've never been on a diet all my life. It is just a way of living and life, I think, really. And having that sort of support, that network around you, you know, that we're all in the same boat. You know?
Absolutely. So what would you say to any woman who was a bit like Sandra before lockdown, was watching the Facebook ad coming?
Yeah.
What would you say to them to encourage them?
I'd say just press that button, you know, just press that button and just have that conversation. And just make that first step. It can't do, you know, it's what's an hour out of your day, you know, sort of thing. And I know everybody's, you know, got unusual lives and that, but it's the self-worth and how you feel yourself. You're obviously not in a good place at the moment for lots of different reasons, whether it's weight, diet, or other sort of things that are going on. Things are really weird at the moment. And I think all these things added together in that package, there's got to be an open door there for one of those things that's going to just tweak you in a gradual basis, I think, whether it's the exercise, the little bit of education in your diet and progressing, and just put it as fun, because I'm not a cooker at all. My partner does, you know. He just says, right, what have you got to eat? You know, what have you got to tweak? But yeah, that's right. And I just think it's everybody's so warm, so friendly. There's always somebody there to answer a question, you know, on your portal, you know, and they guide you through that way. And I think that's the best thing to do, because I don't think gyms are going to be happening like they were before. You know, I think this is a way of being in like a bit of your own community. And I think that's what we all need sort of going forward. And you being the mentor, you know, that you have your weekly chats and to see how you're feeling. And I think we all need that. I think I certainly do. Just listening to them, the conversations, what people put on is just how we all feel, and seeing it written down, I think it makes it more real and definite, you know, rather than...
It also reassures you that you're not on your own, that we're kind of all in this together, including myself. You know, I definitely, whilst I've got lots of energy, I definitely have my days when it's a struggle. But I am, even though it's my business, I'm still very much buoyed on by, you know, talking to people like you, talking to all my members, and seeing them progress and improve. It is such a reward to myself and the team. I know that for a fact. So
absolutely.
So I do want to thank you hugely for sharing your story with us. And I'm looking forward to the next few, goodness knows, gosh, the next few months. We'll see how you get on. And also, I want to just wish you a huge amount of success in your next venture with your partner, because to take for someone who changed their career, myself personally, I know it's a really big jump. But actually, the rewards, if you find your purpose in life, the rewards are enormous, and I suspect you will. And I'll have to come and visit when lockdown's over. But thank you for sharing your story. I really appreciate it.